Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please, ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe. It helps, you know. You should make a comment too. Make some comments. I like the comments. And I do answer, you know. If you look, I do answer. Anyway, I'm going to talk today. I made a little error yesterday, the day before when I did my broadcast. I said that the staff at Strangeways prison when I worked there were not wearing frilly underwear. But that's not entirely the truth. There used to be a group that hung around in the bar. They were notorious drunks. They'd be in there at dinner time, in there at the evening, and they developed a kind of idea that they could do what they damn well wanted. And what they used to do was, believe this or not, was they'd be stoned out their head on booze, and they used to grab people in the bar, remove all their clothes, seriously, and throw them naked into Southall Street, which was directly opposite the prison, you know, at the front gates of the prison. And the club was located there's a blue door. If you look at the front of Strangeways prison, there is a blue door. It was a blue door anyway, to the left of the main gates, not used now. On Southall Street it was, the one with the two towers. Looks a bit like the entrance to a castle dungeon, which is, of course, what it was designed to look like. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Yeah, anyway, you went into the club and it was downstairs and it was located in the cavity in the walls below the actual wall of the prison. And that's where the club was. And they used to serve alcohol in there, lunchtimes and evenings. And it was run, believe it or not, by a prison officer, a serving prison officer. I think that was Norman Brown's, but it was the same throughout the system. All the prisons had clubs. All the police stations had clubs. I'll tell you a little bit of story about one of the police clubs that I went into. It's not a very happy story either. But anyway, so into that bar, they became a group of boozers. I don't know what they called themselves, some kind of silly name. But they used to snatch people who were in there inadvertent, just quietly enjoying an evening drink, you know, for a couple of hours, you know, before going home or whatever. And they snatch them, rip the clothes off and throw them through the fire escape door onto Southall Street. They actually did it to one of the clergymen who worked there. I used to call him the rocking vicar because he thought he was one of the boys, you know. Well, that gang grabbed him, ripped all his clothes off and turfed him into the street, Southall Street, stark bollock naked. But that's not the main story I'm going to tell you this evening, because one of the actual staff, they grabbed him and he's pleading with them. I was there. I didn't usually go in, but I thought I'll go in for a pint of Boddingtons on my way home. So I used to live just at the top of Cheetah Mill Road, a place off Queen's Road. It's still there. It's no longer prison housing, but it was in the day, in 1977. It's quite a while ago. So anyway, so I sat there quietly having a beer, and I saw this gang at the bar. There were about 4 or 5 of them. And they'd obviously been enjoying themselves, usually drinking Boddington's Bitter, which in those days was quite a powerful brew, actually. It was only about 4.5% or something like that, but it was in the days before they printed the specific gravity, you know, but it was quite potent. Anyway, they'd necked quite a few of these, and they decided they'd get this guy. So they grabbed him, and he's pleading with them, oh no, please don't do it, because he knew what they were going to do. You know, it was notorious. Yeah. Anyway, they ripped his jacket off, ripped his shirt off, but when they removed his trousers, believe this or believe it not, when they removed his trousers, to everybody's shock and horror, he was wearing frilly knickers and fishnet stockings and a suspender belt underneath his uniform. Yeah, that really got a laugh. But they still ripped it all off. So I was mistaken when I said that the staff didn't wear frilly knickers. Obviously, some of them did. Yeah. Anyway, he got disrobed and flung into the streets, and I thought, I'm getting out of here before it's my turn. So I beat a hasty retreat, and as I went out to the front gate, I let him in at the top. But I mean, how mad is that? It happened on a regular basis. A number of the staff used to go in there straight from work virtually and stay in there until they were bladdered, and then they'd come out, get in the cars and drive home. A number of them got arrested by the police for drunk driving because the police knew what they were up to, because the police used to go in there as well. I never trust a smiling policeman. My father said that, and he was a detective inspector in the police in Lancashire Constabulary. When it was Lancashire Constabulary, because it changed over then, it became Greater Manchester Police, where we were, because he started off at Prestwich, which was a very nice area in Manchester where we lived. So that was one of the mad things. So some of the staff did wear frilly knickers, and I apologise for misleading everybody there. It's fairly unusual, though. I mean, I can't say that I ever did. I never tried nothing like that, but this guy must have done. And he was discovered quite inadvertently when he met the mad gang at Strangeways. There were a number of incidences in the bar. I was in there one night, and it's written in my book, actually, in the second book of the series of 3. I was in there, and there was a hypnotist on. I thought, I'm interested in watching this, because I'd never seen it. So I went into it was a club. They had a social club there just at the side of the bar. Held about 200 people, So I went in there, and it was a Saturday night, and I'd finished my evening duty shift at 9 o'clock. So I went in there, and just as I went in there, about 9:15, the hypnotist came on. And he got the people up, the usual tricks, dancing with mops, you're the most beautiful girl in the world, people pretending to sing opera. It was all just harmless fun, really, I suppose. If you think that relieving people of their common sense is harmless fun. Anyway, he got about 4 or 5 people on the stage, and he's hypnotising them, and one of them was the daughter of the number 1 chief officer. And if you look at that video that I put up 2 days ago, or the day before yesterday, you'll see the chief officer. His name was Rawlinson. Yeah, great big fella, about 20 stone. Great big lump of a lad. Yeah. In the same trade union as me, by the way. As a basic grade prison officer, which I was at the time. And he was in the same trade union as me, and he was the member of the senior management. He was the head of all the uniformed staff. Now, how can you have the head of all the uniformed staff as a member of your trade union? It was just beggared belief to me, and I did try to do something about it, but that's another story. Anyway, on this particular night, the hypnotist hypnotised this young lady who was the daughter of that number 1 chief officer. She was only about 19. And he told her, he said, you are going to enter a room and it's full of the most handsome young men you've ever seen. Desirable, beautiful, muscular young men. He said, but when you walk through that door, you will be completely and totally naked. He said, now take that step forward and walk through the door. So she took a step forward. Obviously there was no door there, but she, in a hypnotised state, obviously thought there was. She walked through the door, big smile on her face, threw herself down on the floor, put her legs up in the air and shouted, come on boys, it's here. that number one chief officer, he was drinking with Norman Brown standing in the corner. Whoa, he ran at this hypnotist, you bastard. And of course his daughter's still bloody hypnotised on the floor. And this giant 20-stone prison officer, he's running after this hypnotist, top hat on, top hat went flying, he ran off, ran through the fire escape door, out into the streets, and I don't know where he went, but they never caught him. Well, that chief officer didn't catch him anyway. So that's the story. It's told in my book. That's the part of the second book. Those of you who've read it will remember it. And now it's that time of day, folks. Oh, by the way, this Lucy Letby thing, that's a bit strange, isn't it? Tales from the Jails. This is the Song Dinger, and you are about to get song dinged. Well, and this is a song that I found on an LP that I have. I've got it down here, I think. Yeah, let me have a look. Yeah, it's here. This is a song from this LP. I've had it for over 50 years, 52 years, I think. Here it is. Judge Dredd. People used to think I looked quite like Judge Dredd when I was 16 stone. I'm about 11 stone now. I'm wasting away. Anyway, this is one of the songs. It's called Dredd's Almanac. Are you sitting comfortably? This should seriously disturb you. Just one final warning. Don't forget, like, subscribe, some comments down here. There you go. This is Dredd's Almanac, and it's from, I think it was 1973 I bought this. So it's 52 years old, isn't it? Right, here we go. I'll tell you a tale of Nelson, and when his lordship died, from a very honest seaman who never ever lied. Oh, he called on Captain Hardy to kiss him 'fore he go. He said 5 years on this same ship, and now he lets me know. Tum-a-ding-dong-da, tum-a-ding-dong-da, tum-a-dee-bee-dee-bee-dong-dong-day. I like the girls who say they do. I hate the girls who don't. I hate the girls who say they do, and then they say they won't. But of all the girls I like the best, I may be wrong or right, are the ones who say they never do, but look as though they might. Tum-a-lit-dal-dal, tum-a-lit-dal-dal, tum-a-lit-dal-dal-day. A fresh young lad was smoking upon the lower deck. The glamorous young Clippy did grab him by the neck. She said, I'll have to throw you off, or my duty I would shirk. Do you want to get me in trouble? He said, yes, please, after work. Tum-a-lit-dal-dal, tum-a-lit-dal-dal, tum-a-lit-dal-dal. They are. Judge Dredd's gone now. I'm still around. Tales from the Jails. Comment, like, subscribe. Oh, by the way, first Tuesday in March, I'm going to do a live broadcast here, so all join in.